Welcome everyone to another episode of Path of Exile. Let's see. So today we just reached Act 4. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I honestly have no idea how many acts there are, and so we're going into the aqueduct right now, and I have never seen this before. Oh my gosh, killing that, what is it called? Daramis or whatnot, like that monster, as difficult as it was totally worth it to get to Act 4. Although I just realized that I could have used my strongest move on him. Like, I totally forgot about my Val summon skeletons, which just destroys everything. I'm just so annoyed. I cannot believe I forgot about my most powerful move. Dang it. Alright, well anyway, let's go back to what we're going to be talking about today. I think we're going to make one more political video before we, move on to some other fun topics. Holy crap, what are these guys? They're interesting. Okay, well anyway, let's see, what other political stuff should I talk about? I should probably get some of this. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's talk about, well, I feel like you guys have gotten a pretty good gist of, my political leaning so far. So, I don't know, let's do FBI, CIA, yeah, those guys. Let's see, well, I obviously have a pretty bad opinion of them, because for me, they're just a bunch of people that do assassinations, destabilize countries, all of the bad stuff that's caused us to look like crap to the rest of the world. I'm honestly surprised that our image is not worse, considering how many countries we've gone into and overthrown their democratically elected rulers and placed in a bunch of capitalist dictators. And some of them were I'm not even sure if all of them were capitalists. I think most of them were just oh hey, you like the United States? Okay, cool, then let's keep you. Oh, you don't like the United States? You're but everybody in your country actually likes you? Well, too bad. So sad. That doesn't matter at all, because we don't give a crap. So yeah, and of course, whose job is it to do all of that? Guess it's, oh, you guessed it. It is the, oh, what in the world is this? Cool. That is oh, this looks kind of cool. This looks legitimately cool. Okay, sorry, where was I? Yeah, so basically, I think that's the CIA's job. So, the CIA is mostly the one, no, wait, I forgot, Bay of Pigs. The FBI had tried to assassinate the Fidel Castro. No. So it's both the FBI and the CIA that destabilizes other people's democratically elected leaders. Yay. Okay, well I guess not all of them are democratically elected, but all of them. Yeah. So I'm not. And the worst part is after their their dictators turn out to be horrible and treat their people like crap, and the people start rebelling, we're oh my god, these guys are terrible people, we should do something about it and give you another reason for the FBI or CIA to come in. Or actually, yeah, after the FBI and CIA destabilizes their government, then comes our good old military industrial complex to just slaughter millions of people. Yay. So, we go in, we destabilize their government by taking down their leaders. After that, a bunch of terrorists come in and occur, and then we get to use our military-industrial complex to destroy them. So, yay! The CIA and the FBI feel useful, and the military-industrial complex gets to keep on making weapons. And all the time, all the Americans are going to be fearful because a bunch of these terrorists pop up, because once again we, killed their leader, destabilize their government, yada yada yada. Do you guys get the whole pattern? Yeah, so yeah, so the basic gist of it is I'm not a big fan of any of those guys. That's basically it. Oh, there's so much golden stuff. Awesome. Let's see. Wow.
Too much clutter.
Seriously? Have I already filled up this entire thing with just golden stuff? This is incredible. Wow. Stage 4 is really Wait, hold on. This is... Okay, so I kind of have my, night thing on, like, I have this thing called night light for my computer to where it limits the blue light that I'm seeing, so it's really hard for me to tell, like, what's gold and what's not. Okay, yeah, I was wondering, because that is a lot of golden stuff. Okay, and then this helmet, yeah. Okay, let's X out of that. Okay, I think the Mauler was something. Ooh, whoa! A Val Lightning Warp? What in the world? Okay, hold on. I gotta look at this, guys, because this is kind of cool. Deals 1 to 18. Wow, dang, my nose is like really scratchy today. I mean, I feel like most YouTubers would probably cut that out, but I'm like, whatever. Yeah. Okay, cast a delayed teleport to nearby enemies. Huh. That's not bad. So I can now get a bunch of cool valves. Okay, whenever I see one of these, I'm totally going down them. Okay, guys? And, like, getting these things, because this is legitimately kind of cool. Oh, wow. Level 4, guys. Man, I am excited. This Act 4 stuff is really fun. Anyway, so that's basically... Oh, I forgot to mention. Don't forget how the FBI basically screwed over Martin Luther King with a bunch of lawsuits. Yeah, the FBI also does that. When they can't get their way through violence and stuff like that, they have to turn to the law. Which is like, huh. So yeah. I don't really remember exactly what it's called, but I think they... Okay, you're gonna need to look this up. Because I don't remember this as clearly as like the other stuff, but I'm pretty sure that the FBI launched several lawsuits against Dr. Martin Luther King to basically destroy his credibility. And then after he died, I think, if I recall correctly, Dr. King's wife created this sort of, I don't know what it's called. Like, it's kind of like a place for something. I know it's super general, but the FBI basically came and screwed that up. I don't remember completely what that was, but I think that's the gist of it. You're gonna need to look that up. But but of course, my view of the FBI is like, screw them. About their necessity, though, that I'm not. Are they necessary? Is the FBI really a necessary evil? That I would have to do a whole lot more research on. I don't. Okay, so usually I wouldn't mind just saying, oh yeah, the FBI can go screw itself because they're a terrible organization, yada yada yada. But I just haven't done that much research on them. So let's move on. I'll probably say some more stuff about the FBI later on if I, you know, think of something. Or if I like learn more about them. But basically right now my opinion of them is quite low, and I think I might need to start using a map because I have no idea where I'm going. Okay, so it looks like I haven't been down here. So I actually thought I was down there. Like, that might have been the way that I came here before, but I guess not. So I guess we'll just have to keep going down then. Let me go look at the universal map. Okay, so what other political things? Did I give you guys my view of corporations and how I think that they're basically responsible for every bad thing that's happening in the United States? I guess I should probably explain that. Okay, so holy crap! There's a freaking gigantic freaking bird that just popped out of nowhere. That was kind of cool. Okay, guys, now get in there and like kill that bird. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that was freaking cool. Oh, I freaking loved how that bird just like popped out of freaking nowhere. Like, that was awesome. I approve. I fully approve of that. Where is that? Full leather. Full leather. I'm gonna need that full leather. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I think that should be just enough. Yes! Oh my gosh, look at these mad skills right here. Okay, we need to work back really quickly because I am like... Ah, god dang it. This nightlight is really making it hard for me to see which one's which. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna return to the camp really quickly. This won't take long. I'll just sell my stuff and do some other things. So slow. Oh wow! I can't believe that just happened. I got lag from what exactly though? Oh, not purchase, sell. That is weird. Okay. Oh wait, I remember now. Maybe I should like X out of all the applications that I have. Like I have on like 10 different tabs or something. I think they're all like running at once. Let's see. Is any of this stuff good? Maybe. I don't know. I'm sure I'll find some more good stuff. It says Act
Be careful.
4 after all. And I think I'm just gonna put all of my stuff somewhere else. Okay, that lightning warp I'm going to need to consider. Everything else, deadly, okay. You know what, I will look at all of you later. Just, I need to save some space because I feel like I'm going to be getting a bunch of cool stuff later on. So, okay, let's see. So FBI, CIA, oh yeah, okay, so corporatists. So think about all the problems we have so far. So like how almost every industrialized country has Medicare for all, but we don't get it. And guess what kind of corporation doesn't want Medicare for all? Oh, that's right, Big Pharma. Okay, and now what else? Let's do, I don't know, global warming. Yeah, that's always a fun topic. The entire world is about to die, but nobody seems to give a crap, or the United States doesn't seem to give a crap. You know, our politicians especially. Why? Oh, well, I don't know. Let me think. Big oil, fossil fuels. Wow, shocking. Oh, and natural gas. Yeah, big oil, fossil fuels, natural gas. Yeah, those guys. Oh, and big oil is particularly nice in that they help us with taking over other countries that find like large extents of oil. Like, oh, I don't know, Iraq. Yeah, that was a nice little war we got into. We got in there because they had nuclear weapons. Turns out that they don't have nuclear weapons, and we killed, I don't know, 1 million people. Yeah, whatever, right? They're just, oh, I don't know, human beings. That's all they are. Who cares about that, right? Not us, clearly. We need that oil for reasons, obviously. Anyway, what else? Okay, so that was... Oh, let's not forget about the opioid crisis. Remember when Big Pharma decided to lie and say that Oxycontin was as good as, or was not as addicting as morphine, and then a bunch of doctors decided to use that, and then it turns out that that whole research data thing was complete BS, and now we have a giant opioid crisis. Or, okay, wait, which drug crisis was that? Because there was a bunch of them. I don't know, but like, what? Oh, whoa, what is this? Is that a card? Cool. The help page unlocked. Divinity cards. Whoa, I got divinity cards now? What? What is this? Okay, you know what? Whoa, hold on. Let me give me a second to check this because this looks cool. Holy crap. Divinity cards, claim rewards. Okay, you know what? I will read through all of this stuff later. Oh, hey, look. Does it give me a demonstration? I see. You know what? Okay, I'll figure this stuff out later. Let's go back to politics. Yeah, a phrase I feel like nobody would ever want to say. Let's go back to doing politics. Yeah. Woohoo! Yay, we found the next place. Yes. Okay, so what else? Oh, that's right, gun control. How we can't seem to get any kind of gun control, even though we have like a mass shooting like every week at this point. Guess who's responsible for that? NRA. Guess who controls most of that? Gun manufacturers. Yay! No, not people with actual guns, but gun manufacturers. Do you see where I'm getting at? Corporatism is basically the thing responsible for pretty much every single problem in our country. Like, come on now. Just listed like all of the major problems, and it all points down to like at least one or two, or, well, actually, you know what? 1 or 2 areas of corporations. So, do you see what I'm getting at here? Stuff is pretty freaking bad, okay? Let's seek another prophecy. Whoa, I got like 3 different prophecies now. Huh. Yay, woohoo. So yeah, that's my feeling about corporations. What have I not touched on? Okay, let's do some social issues too. Let's try abortion. So clearly, oh my gosh, I'm getting a bit lag. Oh no. Okay, so clearly I'm obviously like, yeah, totally, abortion's totally fine with me. Although I am a bit of a religious person, so I do understand that there are people who might be worried about abortion. So I feel like I am a bit more open to that. So if I was okay, whatever. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, I want to quest people. Okay, well, what was I saying? Abortion, abortion, abortion. Right. Okay, so this is the waypoint. Well, crap. What in the world was I gonna say about abortion? Okay, no, I don't want to go to the aqueduct. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can somewhat understand where they're coming from, because think about it. If you were part of a religion that, like, holds life above all else, and you're just thinking to yourself, okay, like, I am completely pro-life, like, I want people to live, like, the act of wanting human beings to live is pretty good. I think the problem comes with what you consider to be, like, a human being. So, like, obviously, when something comes out of you, that thing is considered a human being, right? That's pretty obvious. I probably shouldn't call it a thing. It's like when a baby comes out of, like, a mother, everybody pretty much considers that thing to be a human being. So I think that most people, except for maybe, like, the really radical ones, consider that to be, like, pretty okay. Like, at that point, no, there's no killing the baby at that point. And yes, there are some complications, because every once in a while a baby is born that is just not going to stay alive. And what the crap is up with this lag? Is this Act 4 really that detailed? I'm gonna need to check some stuff after this video. So I do understand that. However, you have to agree that our current system, the way we have these, like, trimesters where we make it consistently more difficult to like, where we make it, like, consistently more difficult for women to get an abortion is just wrong. And even birth control, like, I completely disagree with that part about birth control. Like, that I don't agree with at all. I completely support the idea of birth control, because, like, at that point no child is being made right now. So where the crap am I supposed to friggin' go? Like, I am trying to okay, you know, this is frustrating. I feel like I've been walking around, like, the same few places over and over again. What the crap am I supposed to be doing right now? This is so frustrating. Okay, well, am I supposed to, like, go through here? Do you want me to go through the gate or something? I don't know. Okay, hey, would you... Okay, tab. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, wow. Wow. Ha. The dried lake, okay. Tab. Just always do tab whenever you're confused. Anyway, the problem is, the problem with, making, like, the problem with separating... I love her sarcasm. Okay. Sorry, I really gotta finish my thought. I'm really trying here. Sorry, guys. Just give me a second to think about this. I'm just, like, in awe of all of these different places. Like, this is just really cool, even with my night light turned on. I really don't like saying night light. It seems like I'm a freaking child. Okay, crap. Finish my thoughts. Okay, this is a problem. I need to finish my thoughts. So, okay, abortion. The trimester thing is bad. Let's see, because it doesn't do you any good. Like, like, if you're the kind of person that is pro-life and you think that any sort of abortion is killing another human being, then you won't like the 3-trimester system, because all it does is make it more difficult for women to get an abortion as the months go by, and which means that they can still get an abortion and still basically commit murder, right? And if you're the kind of person that is pro-choice, then obviously the thing that you're probably, like, disgusted with is the fact that you're just making it harder on women for pretty much no apparent reason. because again, if you get like did I make myself like clear? Like you are making it if you make it harder and harder and harder for women to get an abortion, like as the months pass and you get closer to the birth date, it just makes it it just leaves pretty much everybody unhappy. And you know, the pro-choice people are obviously not going to be happy because you're making it more difficult for women to get an abortion, which will just wreck their lives. And let's see, yeah, that's pretty much it. I do disagree with one thing though. I feel like a lot of people think that most pro-choice people are just like sexist, and here's what I will say about that. I believe that there is definitely a portion of people who like in the pro-choice community that are sexist, but at the same time, pretty much every group of people has those people that are just terrible human beings, okay? And like, if you want an example, like let's look at the freaking Democrats, okay? Yeah, like everybody seems to have this weird notion that somehow the Democrats are like the saviors of the world and like the Republicans are like the enemies of all humanity. Now, I will agree with the last part in that Republicans are definitely the enemy of all humanity. They are totally a plague on this world. But the Democrats are by no means a freaking hero, okay? Do you understand? Okay, let's take a good example of a Democrat. Let's go with, I don't know, a rapist. Bill Clinton. Remember that guy? Monica Lewinsky and all that stuff? Yeah, he freaking raped his intern, okay? Yeah, that's not fun. That's definitely not. Holy crap, am I facing a boss right now? I should probably get a little serious here. Boom! My soldiers, yes! Here you go! Yeah, you can't do nothing against my freaking army. Oh man, this army of mine just destroys everything, like, in an instant. God, these guys are so freaking powerful. Jeez, I love this. There wasn't even that many of them either, like, God, wow. Anyway, let's take a look at Bill Clinton and all the crap that he's done. If I had to say that there was any president, like, more horrible towards workers, it was not any of the Republican presidents, surprisingly. It was freaking Bill Clinton, because this is the dope that started it all. Now, I don't have time to go into all of his policies, and honestly, I don't even know all of them because nobody ever really talks about it. Think about it. When was the last time you heard of, like, Bill Clinton actually doing something? Why? Because his policies were utter crap. The one that I know the best about is his Telecommunications Act, which basically let giant corporations buy out all of our news networks. He basically destroyed American journalism, and nobody seems to want to talk about it. Like, even the way he got elected, he was appealing to freaking Southern voters, the very same people that people think are like disgusting, like just like the most horrible kinds of people. Like, you're looking at like closet racists and Nazis and all that stuff. He was appealing to those kinds of people. Like, he went when they're talking about like the Southern Plan or something like that. They're not talking about like the good people in the South who are like who believe that all people are equal and who are just like trying to live their lives. No, they're talking about the really like the legitimately racist kind of South. Yeah, like the part that nobody wants to talk about. The small portion of people that are just like the absolute worst, but for some reason always are the ones defining the South, and that's what I don't agree with. I'm actually a person that lives in the South, and like the fact that all Southerners are just defined by this one group of people just really annoys me, because there are some really good people down here in the South, and I don't like, but like, we always just sort of get mixed up with all of these disgusting types. So, but yeah, that was his Southern Plan. That was him doing all that crap. Oh, and Sorry, I should really learn to finish my thoughts better. The Telecommunications Act, the way this worked is that now a bunch of corporations can now buy up whatever kinds of, like, they can own however many news stations they want to own. And now we went from having like 50 different corporations controlling like all of our media to having just 5 like companies controlling 90% of our media. And people wonder why our mainstream news is crap. This is the reason why. He's the one that destroyed the freedom of the press. Like, one of our, like, that is like one of the main, well, okay, not freedom of the press. He destroyed the actual press. Like, that is what Bill Clinton freaking did. And that just screwed over everything. But nobody wants to talk about all the crap that the Democrats have done. Let's look at even Obama, basically the one that they were touting as like the savior because he's like a black president. He was the one that solidified the Bush tax cuts. He bailed out the banking, what was it called? He bailed out the big banks and just was like, oh hey, here, let me give you guys a crap ton of money, just like we always do. And like, everybody always says like, oh, you know what, we need this for our economy, but think about it. The reason why we have banks is because they give loans to people. Because the banks are because the banks decide to do all these risky transactions and are no longer able to pay the people back when they ask for their money, that is the thing that causes all of these recessions and depressions. Like, they called it a Great Recession now. That was definitely a freaking depression. Crap ton of people lost so many of their savings, all that stuff that they worked hard for. That was without a doubt a depression, but nobody will call it that because they're freaking cowards. Anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. Oh, and don't forget, Obama also expanded our wars from like what, 2 to 7, I think. And everybody's like, Bush is a terrible human being. Bush's like ratings went down to like the 20s, I think, for the Iraq war, but Obama increased the wars from like 2 to 7, and he also started using what was it called, drone strikes instead of our soldiers, which was good in that less of our soldiers was died, but bad in the fact that more freaking civilians died. So you're basically having more civilians being killed, but because they're not our people, like because they're not our soldiers, it's completely alright. Right? That's basically what you're saying. So again, the Democrats are not good people. Oh, and let's not forget the entire reason that Obama pretty much got elected in the first place, Medicare for all. That is the thing that everybody desperately needed. Americans were just like praying for it. If there was one thing that I could say that like basically guaranteed that Obama would win the election, that was it. Medicare for all. People, Republicans and Democrats, desperately wanted that. And what did we get? A freaking the plan that freaking Mitt Romney proposed during his campaign. That's what we got. So when people tell you that Obamacare is crap, that it actually, yes, it is crap. It's a terrible idea. We want Medicare for all, universal healthcare, not this BS healthcare that Obama decided to spring on us. So yeah, they're right. I mean, did he do great things? Yeah. And the fact that he was the first black president does speak volumes. It means that we are improving. But at the same time, if you just voted for Obama because you were black, that's the same as voting for, I don't know, Mitt Romney or John McCain because he was white. Yes, that is racism, okay? Like, racism is not just defined to white people, okay? Other people, other races can be racist too, alright? Barack Obama knew this. That is the reason why he decided to be for stuff like Medicare for all and universal, or single payer healthcare system, universal healthcare, whatever you want to call it. He was for ending the wars because he knew that all of this stuff was popular. But when he got into office, he screwed all of us over with the stuff that we desperately needed. So no, the Democrats are not freaking heroes, okay? I know that I'm an extremely leftist person, and I will tell you that over and over again. And as a leftist person, I do not consider the Democrats to be a hero. In fact, after I learn, the more I continue to learn about this, like the political process, the more I'm starting to get more disgusted at. I'm actually getting more disgusted at the Democrats rather than the Republicans, because the Democrats are the ones that continue to move towards the center, meaning that in order for the Republicans to stand out, they have to move more right. So at this point, the Republicans are basically just the Democrats are basically just Republicans, and the Republicans are basically just Nazis and white supremacists at this point. And that is just, I think, the heart of the problem with our political system. And I know that this might be hard for you guys to see, because I feel like most of my, since I'm so left, I'm probably going to have a bunch of Democratic viewers. And I know that this is probably hard for you guys, but if you guys came here just thinking that I would be bashing on Republicans the entire time, and yes, I do plan on, like, insulting Republicans quite a lot, but I'm not just going to insult Republicans. I'm going to be insulting the Democrats because they failed us just as badly, and arguably even more, because the Republicans, we knew that Republicans were basically never going to help us out. We knew that from the very beginning. They never, like, even said that they were. They made it very clear that Republicans are for large corporations. Like, they have made that abundantly clear in their lifetime. Nobody expected them to give Medicare for all. Nobody expects them to pass gun control. Nobody really expects anything from the Republicans. The only reason why people vote Republicans is because they hate Democrats. And right now, a lot of people that hate Democrats have a very good reason to hate the Democrats. And you know what? I'm a bit confused about all the stuff that I need to do for level 4, so I think I'll just end the video off there. I think that's a very good place to end off here. I not only hate the Republicans, I hate the Democrats too. I'm really disappointed in our entire political process, and if you guys think that, well, at this point, I think I've gone over, like, most of my political views. I may go into some more detail later on, but I think that's basically it. I'll talk to you guys later, share whatever other opinions I have. I'm probably gonna take a break, maybe talk about, like, some anime or some good movies that I've watched. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.